We'll be going live in just a second with Jupitar, the one. The album came out today and I'm really excited to talk to him about the album. I've been listening to it all morning and just jamming and vibing. Like, there's so much good music on there and I just can't wait to get into the conversation with him and just find out a little bit more about what's behind everything. Send this to your friends. We're just gonna have a good time. We're gonna have fun and just, you know.
Wow, good.
Hi, hey.
Hola. You good?
What's going on? I'm great. How are you?
I'm alright. What's going on there?
I'm wonderful. I mean, it's such an exciting day for you today. Album release. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling magnificent right now, you know.
Feeling magnificent. That's what we love to hear.
I'm
so excited to get into this conversation. I've been listening to the album all morning and my goodness, banger after banger after banger. Like, I just can't wait for people to really get onto this because, man, you did your thing.
Most definitely. You know, it's been a while, you know what I'm saying? Like, most people, especially fans in Ghana and across the globe, it's been a while. I hardly release materials, you know what I'm saying? Like songs and all of that. So this one was very much anticipated and it's out now. And I think, you know, it's really doing good out there. We just give thanks, you know.
Amazing. So obviously we know you as Jupitar the General, but yeah. I understand that now you go by The One. Talk to me about that.
It's still Jupitar actually. You know, The One is the name, is the title of the album.
Okay.
Yeah, so The One is basically, you know, the title of my album that I released now, which is my first album after 5 to 6 years, you know, in the music game. So my name still remains Jupitar, and I don't change it, you know.
We love that. We love that. The general, the name is strong and the brand is strong and the people really love you. For everyone tuning in, we're talking all things The One. If you didn't know already, which I don't know how you wouldn't know, Jupitar released his album today, and we're just gonna get into the nitty gritty of it and, you know, talk through the songs because I've been jamming out. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this is your debut album, right?
Yeah, actually, this is my first album after a very long time. You know, I've been in this industry for like getting close to 10 years, and I've been dropping singles too.
Yes, we've definitely been seeing the singles that you've dropped. So why did you wait so long to like release a full project that we could just savor on?
Yeah, that's true. You know, I'm such a person that I always love to change the narratives about certain things, you know. I believe irrespective of who you are or wherever you are coming from, you can always stay at the top, you know, and I hate to follow people's potential. You know, I like to play number one all the time. You know, I know where I'm coming from, music is really loud there, but the business side of it is a bit down. You know, I mean, people don't really pay attention to the business side of it until internet is being, you know, exposed to us. And then the digital platforms, even as of now, most artists in Ghana don't even know about the digital platforms and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like releasing songs that will just come for some few days and then lost out of the system. You know what I'm saying? And then also, if I bring a song out, I want it to really sink into people's ear before I release another one. You know what I'm saying? So all this, I'm just preparing for a masterpiece album to give to the fans, and all these years he has been back and forth work. You know, I have millions of songs that I can be releasing every single day, but I think, like, you know, we selecting the proper materials to give the fans is what's really more important. Yeah, so if you look at this album now, like, we have songs that when you play in London, like from track 1 to track 5.
Listen, I heard the little drill. I'm excited. Listen,
yeah.
Masterpiece albums is, I think, an understatement because honestly, I'm amazed by the range. Because obviously we know you as, like, you know, Afro dancehall. That's what brought you to the top. But there's so much in this album. There's like Afro beats, like the pure of it, like the original Ghanaian vibes. Then there is the dancehall. Obviously we've got amazing features like Shatta Wale, Medikal. Then there's, you know, I heard you on that drill beat. I said, all right, I'll be expecting to see you in London soon because we need that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, this album truly defines me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a while. You know, it's been really so wild, and people in Ghana especially, you know, my Ghanaians, they know how to push you to the urge for you to bring the best out of you. But I was to contain all those vibes, you know, because I know what I'm about to serve them. They want they want it so quick on time. Like none of them don't even. I didn't post a picture whilst I was in the studio with South Korea or even Medikal. I mean, Shatta is a father. He posted a little snippet of our song, and even with that, picture was so wild. Everybody was calling my phone. It's like, why are you gonna drop the song? And people have been on my neck for about close to 6 months. Trust me. Yeah, exactly. On the Shatta songs, it's like, what are you dropping the song? But nobody knows my plan, and I don't like for people to see me coming. You know, you don't have to let them see you coming. You know, and then when
definitely to be unpredictable. That's just it. Hit them out the blue with whatever it is that you're bringing to us. Yeah,
because we just hit them big time. And the talk of town, now I'm in America right now, but I can't tell you the honest truth. The talk of town in Ghana is the one album. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm the next Kwame Nkrumah now. What do you feel like? Oh.
I know you're in New York right now. How is it with like the weather? I'm sure it's a lot colder than it was in Ghana. I know you're performing at the Homeland Festival. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm used to this kind of weather due to, you know, back and forth traveling, you know, but here it's crazy. I didn't like, you know, I didn't want to come to America for reasons, but now I'm here and I realize it's a different feel altogether. American markets is really wide and the news are just big and it's open to everybody here. The opportunities are a lot here, you know what I'm saying? So I chanced on it and then I'm really loving New Jersey is calm. But when it starts snowing, it's crazy. I thought UK was really crazy, you know. I thought UK
is nothing compared to America. I mean, I was born here, but I'm still not used to the cold. Like when it's weather like this, my heating is on full heat, 24 hours, like I am in Ghana, because I can't deal with the cold.
You know, the weather here is not bad. When it starts snowing, then it gets crazy. But we've been moving, you know, we've been mobile. We've been going to Atlanta, we've been going to Miami, you know, to fix this album shoots and all of that. Yesterday's event with the Homeland was really amazing. My brother Kwani, myself, shut down the place big time.
You are known as one of Ghana's best performers when it comes to performing with a live band. So what's that like for you, performing with a live band rather than having like a PA? Why that choice specifically?
Well, the music era is growing now. You know, I believe like it's so unfair to fans that actually stream your music on the phone or buy a CD or go to any music platform to stream your music. They hear what's on the internet, and then when they come to your concert or to see you perform, you are still doing the same thing. For me, it's unfair. You know, so as an artist, you really have to add a little bit flavors, you know what I'm saying? Add a little bit ingredients.
Some seasoning.
Oh, yeah, you just have to, you know what I mean? Let people, I'm a showman, honestly speaking. When it comes to stage performance, trust me, I think I am the best, you know, or one of the best, and I learned from the best, you know, talking about Shatta Wale, Samini, Daddy Lumba, Kojo Entry, all those people, like, they are like massive live performance, you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
And, you know, I feel also, you know, polish craft properly. And you just really have to keep the audience really active for them to enjoy. Because when you're playing your CD, for instance, you can't actually break the sound and say, low, low, low. And then you speak to the fans, you communicate with them. It's really hard to do that. You know what I'm saying? But if it is, you can pause it for a second. And you know, for like you control it. You know, so that's the difference. And I hate to play CDs. I don't like miming. That's
yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Absolutely. So looking at the one, there's 20 songs on the album.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say it's maybe too much, too little? Why 20 specifically?
Trust me, I was saying it was too little. We actually bringing a 2-side album, you know.
Oh.
We were supposed to bring like 20 for US, for the Western world, and then 20 for Africa. You know what I mean? Because have too many songs. Trust me, I have
Yeah.
too many songs, and it's been a while since I released content. And because this was my first album, I wanted to give people what I had. You know, I wanted to give them my all. But yeah, we just have to take it one after the other. I believe so far, and nobody said anything wrong about the 20 songs. Nobody has ever said, "Oh, one of the songs is boring" or that. You know, everybody like it. So this, I think, is first time, right? Yeah, in my country, I think this is the first time, you know, 20 solid songs on an album, and nobody's saying anything negative about it. Even you can check on YouTube, nobody has even given a thumbs down.
Even if they did, they honestly, they have to be hating, because there is nothing bad to say about it.
Whoever ate anyway.
That's it.
Yeah. All right.
One of my personal favorites on the album is Blessing.
Yeah. Oh, you
I love that song. I'm gonna play it at my wedding. Come on. I love that song.
Nice.
I'm just curious to know, what is actually your personal favorite song on the album, and why?
Honestly, I love Blessing. No two ways about it. The song about Blessing, you know, I mean, the thing about Blessing is not too much of Jupitar. You know what I mean? That's not the regular Jupitar that you will hear.
Yeah, definitely.
About this album is when you listen, like, for instance, the UK, the crime scene.
Yeah.
People's reaction, like, it's just crazy. They be like, "What? Jupitar, I swear. Hey." That's what I want them to feel like. Yeah. I don't want me to be like, okay, he's just a dancehall artist. I want them to see me as a musician. You know what I'm saying? I want them to feel like, yeah, this is the guy. This guy is really talented. He's super talented. And that's exactly the result that I'm getting now. So the Blessing, I love Blessing. Is one of my favorite. I love Mi Amor.
Yes.
Yeah, I love Mi Amor because of the Spanish that I sang in it. I have these Spanish friends that actually taught me 1 or 2 words, and then I fused it in it because that's challenging a bit. And I love the Afro vibe and the jazz mixed with it.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
like a current song. And then I love, obviously Star Life. Star Life defines word. Me and Shatta go way back. You know what I mean? I remember when we used to be at the beach side. You know, we'll be raising early in the morning, and it's just a crazy story, you know. So this Star Life song actually is about our life from the ghetto to, you know, to a superstar. I love Star Life. I love the one with Samini. I love the one with Medikal. I love the Tinny and Pono. I love all 20 songs actually.
Of course. I mean, how can't you? Like, honestly, the whole album is just such a vibe. Now, just to kind of pick at some of the little bit more heavyweight tracks, right? Holy Holy featuring Medikal. You produced it yourself. Okay. How did it come together? Tell me everything about it. I want to know more.
All right. One thing that people really don't know about me is I'm multi-talented. You know what I mean? I think I can produce, you know, and even a shout out to my producer. Brady did most, in fact, he did all the job. Brady is something else, you know. He's a really good producer. And the thing about me and producers is, if you are working, if we are in the motion and we are working, I share ideas. Do you know what I mean? So I can literally be singing something from my mouth, and then the right producer that I work with can actually bring it into reality. So I always get myself involved and engaged in production and all of that. I can produce myself personally, you know, but I really want to take it as a full-time work. I just want to relax while the beat is being, you know, prepared for me. The Medikal song was my first beat that I featured, or that I actually released, produced by myself. You know, and you know what? I know when I tell my team that I produced the beat, they're gonna say, "Oh, give it for a professional too." So I didn't say it. When they asked me, I was like, "Oh, no, it was produced by one of my friends." I was like, "Oh, that's dumb."
Oh wow! So are they finding out now as well?
You know, so in my head, I was like, "Oh, okay." So after we finished recording the song, and when we were about to write the scores and, you know, the credits and all of that, I was like, "Jupitar featuring Medikal. I produced it." Stop playing, bro. Stop playing. They were like, really? I was like, yeah, because I know if I tell you guys, you lost, I'm gonna say no, we gotta give it to a professional. So, you know, I love that song too as well, you know, because I produce it.
Of course. I mean, that musicality, I think, is so important, especially in a day where we have so much like fast moving music. It's nice to hear from you that there's really a lot of thought that's gone into it, and that you've got that skill. Like, where did you get your musical skill, your understanding from, and like even your inspiration?
Yeah, you see, I think I grew up listening to, you know, foreign and influenced music. I'm talking about the reggae, I'm talking about R&B. My father was a really huge reggae fan, and I chanced on that. I told myself, I really want to know why this man is so much into this reggae stuff. So I started listening to reggae, and I was like, damn, these guys are really saying something, like they're speaking fact in the music. So it started from there. And then my grandmother actually, you know, took me to a church choir, because I was a bad boy by then. So they want to get me busy, you know, with the churches. So I was part of the St. Michael Anglican Church Choir, which is in Collabos, the same hood as Shatta Wale.
What part did you sing?
I sang 10. I remember what Jesus, you joy of mass desire. I remember I sang 10. I was a tenor singer, you know, and I was very notorious at that time, you know what I mean? So whenever they teaching the parts and it gets to the soprano, you know those leads,
yeah.
I can't handle it and I start laughing, you know. Whenever they start learning their part, I can't really handle it because it sounds really funny to me, and I have to be, you know, thrown out of the choir.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I took the basics that I learned from the choir to, you know, to the street, and then I start formulating my own lyrics. Because at the choir they will be giving the lyrics and a note to read and write.
Yeah.
You know? So it starts from there, and gradually, you know, I have a whole lot of Jamaican. I love patois because of my dad. I love reggae music, and you know, I happen to have so many Jamaican friends, especially when I'm in London, Actington. You know Actington, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know, say I them there. No?
Oh yeah, like that.
Yeah. So anytime you touch England, Actington, that's somebody 247. Most of
the 247, thank you. So you love a bit of jerk chicken, all of that, a patty here and there.
Rice and peas.
Come on.
I tell you, man. You know, so he actually picked up from there. And then when I started communicating with my Jamaican people, I sort of get impacted with their tongue, and then naturally I started speaking it. You know what I mean? Pushed it into, you know, music, started writing one or two basics, you know, one or two wagwan. And here, biggest monster in Ghana. Reggae dancer.
We love it. I think that's so important as well, because I think, especially now with the new generation, obviously there's a lot of talks about the diaspora, and then obviously the history of slavery, and you know, people kind of trying to find their roots and come back to Ghana, come back to Africa, you know, the year of the return, and even now we're beyond the return. So I think people like you are so key in keeping that connection between the whole diaspora, because you know, at the end of the day, Africa is the motherland, so it's beautiful to see you connecting and vibing like that and having that mutual respect as well.
Most definitely. I mean, it's beautiful. Music will always be the key to connect us as Africans, you know, from Africa and the diaspora, just like you said. You know, I mean, that's the only way. When I go to Jamaica, or maybe I meet most of my Jamaican friends, and I start talking to them, like, yo, you're from Yard? I said, no, I'm an African. But how can you speak patois like that? I was like, listen, we were all Africans before.
True.
Yeah. And you know, Ghanaians, we are actually Jamaicans, you know, because when you go to Jamaica, what was it, the Maroons, you know, they call it coupon. And your coupon in my sister language is what? It's God. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can trace it. It's very easy. Ghanaians, trust me. Because, do you know why I don't think they have Nigerian Jamaicans? Because, you know, the doctor, 30. Yeah. But Ghanaians are like proper Jamaicans. No,
it's true. I completely agree. So, I'm playing the song now, Honor You. It's got Sarkodie on there. He was a legend in Ghana when it comes to rap. And we all know he's very particular with who he works with. So it says a lot to have him as a feature. How did that even come about? What does it mean to have him on the project? How was it working with him?
Well, you know, I always say the best recognize the best. You know
okay.
what I mean? Yeah. So it's no longer about real recognize real anymore. People can fake to be real. And when after they've been recognized, they show their true color. So the best recognize the best. You know, and when I talk about best, I'm talking about clarity. You know what I mean? I'm talking about originality and all of that. Sarkodie has a broad ear, no two ways about it. Is very, you know, picky when it comes to features and all of that. It doesn't really jump on people's song and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is come on, he's at everybody in the whole world. He's a big legend.
Yeah.
And I always feel privileged to even get on my song.
That's a staple.
Our first project was the Enemy song. Enemy, don't come my way. Yeah, I think that one, you know, he called me for a dancehall feature with me and Stonebwoy. And then I was like, oh, I have a song that I would love to put you on it. And so he sent me the song and said, hold on, this song is very relatable. Like, I can relate to it. Because at that time, I was also going through certain things and all of that. So his song is out. So we have that you know, that
connection there.
So I was there sometime, and then he phoned me again that he's got some beats he want us to work on. And when I was going, I also packed myself. Anytime he calls me to do a project with me, I pack myself. You know,
loaded with everything, ready to go.
I was like, oh, Kim, I have something for you want to listen to.
That's it.
I just love Sarkodie. I can't love him less, honestly speaking. You know,
yeah.
So it's just the love, it's just the connection. And he knows I'm also, you know, born to be as great as him. You know what I mean? So it connects there, you know? Definitely. So it's all love, you know?
Absolutely. Like you said, the best recognize the best.
That's it.
Speaking of the best, I know we touched on it a little bit earlier, but Star Life, you and Shatta, you guys grew up together. I remember listening to an interview, and I think it was Chameleon talking. He said that you were swimming when you first went to the studio. Like, talk to me about some of that. I'm really intrigued.
You know, people always come up with their own ways of, you know, explanation. And I always say people are definitely entitled to their opinions. You know, Chameleon and a couple of artists, I grew up with them. We started this together as a family, as a clique. You know, when you are growing up and you are in the neighborhood with another
boys.
And you know, this one can sing. You feel like, oh, Charlie, let's do something together.
Yeah.
It was going on well, perfectly, but at the end of the day, everybody got to go to their own separate ways. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody discovered anyone. It just happened, and it's supposed to happen. Aside from that, Shatta has been. I've known Shatta since I was in JSS. You know, when he was doggy or something. It was some doggy. He wasn't even Shatta, a bandana at that time. You know, they are on the same lane. We are on the same street. That street, if your father don't have money, if your father is not rich, you can't live on that street. It's
okay, slight flex.
You know what I'm saying? So Shatta is very influential from them time. He will come to our house. We have a little basketball court there. Me and my cousin, and he will come and he will be bullying us. You know, he will bully me, and you know, you can't even try and do crossover or little. So we've known each other at that time. I was doing my thing, but you know, I wasn't really taking it serious. And he was in school and all of that, so he wasn't really blow back. He is way older than I am. You know, he's way older. So I call him Dada. You know, he's way older than me. Yeah. Shatta blew up, and he became a mega star with a bandana from Ghana. I was still in school at the time, you know, and I was so happy because there's somebody that has been bullying me my whole life.
Breaking your ankles on the basketball court.
You know, basketball field, you know. So I was like, hey. And then Shatta inspired me from day one, honestly speaking. I was like, damn, I also got to be like him. You know, so I started working bit by bit, and then our path came across once again, and then he was like, "Hey, you be stubborn boy." I was like, "Yeah." Also, are you the Jupitar? I said, "Yeah, of course, I'm the Jupitar." Ever since the connection came back again, and we start rolling back and forth. Hey, we have so many funny stories that if we have to sit on, I think we gotta go live with Shatta one of these days, and then he will tell you. We'll be driving, police be chasing us, you know, and then we'll go. Like, we'll be wilding, you know, we'll be doing a whole lot of wild stuff, you know what I mean? Like, for real, I'm not going to lie to you. We are very notorious back then. It wasn't like plaything, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the guys, the bad guys and the guys.
You know, like, you know, from the hood, like, you are from a good home, but the street will definitely teach you another lesson altogether. The street is what built us to become as strong as ever, you know, as strong as timber, that now we can face any type of wind that blows at us. You know what I'm saying? So Shatta has been a big brother, he's been a friend, he's been an inspiration, he's been a motivation. You can just phone call me and say, "Hey, so you not go hit them buy any Range Rover." You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just a connection. You know, people don't really know me. I don't really, because they don't see me and Shatta most often. You know, so they thought we've been together since. He can call me on the phone. We'll be on the phone for like forever. You know what I'm saying? So a collaboration with him is just like a family reunion. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so nice.
You know, anytime. Sometimes we just go to, you know, when you have artist friend, like for instance, Tinny or Samini. Tinny is a godfather because he's a father to Shatta Wale, so that's my grandfather. And trust all these guys don't think they are young, you know. They are not 20, 21. Tinny,
I know. I'm like the baby here, just learning, you know.
Yeah, Tinny will be like 69, 70, you know. And Shatta will be like 50, 51. I'm the young one. I'm the youngest one.
The baby boy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so I have this kind of relationship with certain artists that when we invite them together, we don't think of music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the friendship. We even forget about our status like artists. So we don't really think about music until I was like, no, Charlie, we got to do something together. And anytime we have to work, it flows. It flows normally, it flows smoothly. You know, it's just blessings. You know what I mean?
Good vibes for sure over there. And speaking of Samini, of course, he's featured on the song Life Partner. What can we expect from a live performance? Because both of you love to do this live thing. So I'm expecting something big. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Samini is a veteran. Listen. Okay, so I always have issue with all these artists that actually put on this album. You know what I mean? People will say because I'm very close to them, but I've been watching Samini since I was young, you know what I'm saying? And I quite remember I went to an event some time ago and he was performing, you know, and I was just looking at him and he came next to me because I was standing right in front of him, you know. He came next to me and I shouted his name. I was like, "Ima!" His first name is Ima. I was like, "Ima!" And it was like, and he gave me
the conked your head. Oh my goodness.
In the microphone. This boy is stubborn boy. Listen, ever since I have this thing at the back of my head, anytime I was like, "Hey, somebody give me Koyaga." And he said,
"Can't happen again, need some protection."
Like, you know, I wanted to actually seal the hand and then fold it, and it's just gonna be nobody will touch this hand. You know, all little things are some sort of motivation and inspired me. I feel like it connects the dot, you know, it connects the dot. And I'm that type of person that I reason deep, you know what I mean? I'm a spiritual type of person, so I reason deep. When the dots start to connect, I know, like, yeah, this thing is really gonna go well, you know. So on the song with Samini is also it's just like how I am with Shatta, you know. We 247, we eat banku at 2 a.m. yeah, with tilapia and some joint, Kikeli's joint. Nobody knows that. So it's just love, you know. On this album, I really want to express love to the people out there. I want people to understand, hey, listen, you know, irrespective of certain situation that's going up there, it's independent. And guess what? One thing that people don't know is there is a little bit, you know, hitches, you know, Samini, Shatta, Yaa Pono, Tinny, you know, Sako and all of that. And it's 6th March, that's Ghana independence. What do we do on an independent day? Don't we make peace?
Absolutely.
And who made that peace? General 100%. So I am the one, right?
That's really beautiful to hear, though, because I find it quite upsetting to see when, you know, especially our own people aren't getting along and there's quarreling. So knowing that there is someone to unite people and to make sure that we, you know, keep spreading that message. Because honestly, GH to the world and back.
I love to beef a lot. No two ways about it. That's the thing. After 6 match, they can continue beefing. That's true. No problem with it. I always unite artists on 6 match. No two ways about it. They can continue their beefing. That's fine. You know, because I love the beef. It really helps me so much. But it has to be a right match. When it's right match, it's sweet. You know, Ghana, we are well-mannered, well-cultured people. And nobody's going to... Fans are going to take knife and Shatta movement. Well, high-grade family. Listen, if you see the two of them together or vibing, you, the fans at the back, trying to... You'll be surprised. You know what I mean? It's just music. And one thing I love about fans in Ghana is they are loud on Twitter, but they are very lovely people. They are extremely lovely. Ghanaian fans are the most exciting, most amazing fans ever. They don't take things to a different level by, you know, because even the some incident that passed, you know, some time ago, the fans were like, no, we don't like this kind of vibe and all of that, you know what I mean? So are very, very educated, honestly speaking, and they know what I want. So kudos to them. At the beef, they like it.
I mean, we've talked a lot about the album, but I want to kind of circle back to the title, The One.
Yeah.
Why The One? Why not the 2 or the 3 or the 4, the 5, the 20?
Yeah. You know, The One, because it's been a while since I've been in this music industry. For like 10 years, I'm the one that people say, he's got the talent, he's got what it takes. I'm the one that people say he needs attention. People say, no, this guy can do it. I'm the one that people say you can take Ghana across. I appreciate and respect every talent in Ghana, no two ways. From Osibisa, the likes of Osibisa, the greatest, you know, Amachi Dede, Kojo Entry, Daddy Lumba, Samini, you know, Stonebwoy, Shatta Wale, you know, Shatta. So far, I think Shatta has done the topmost. You know, the Beyonce feature is really great and actually put Ghana on there. No two ways about it. Every Ghanaian was a proud Ghanaian, you know. But I want to be more than that. You know, I want to be the one that will actually, you know, when you mention Ghana, so yeah, Jupitar. Oh, Ghana, Jupitar. I want to be that kind of guy, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. So this album really defines my path from where I started and how defined I am now, you know, especially with the works that I put on and where I'm ready to go. So I'm the one to actually make Ghana more proud. And
we love that.
It definitely, that one will come and continue.
Okay, so another one on top of the one, and then we keep on calculating.
You might probably be the 2 of it.
You see me, innit? You performed last night alongside Kwame Eugene, right?
Yeah.
And you worked with him on Eternity over the past year. How has it been, that working relationship with the 2 of you? Kwame
Eugene is that kind of kid that I listen. The first time I watched him on the reality shows, I was saying to myself, I was like, if I really have the means, I'll put him on, honestly speaking, you know. But at that time, I was also trying to struggle my way, you know, to the top. So obviously, that is something that I wish for. So one time, I have this friend, he owns the Twist nightclub. Everybody knows him, Ghana. It's called Eric. He owns the Twist nightclub, you know. So he is a very good friend of mine. When I come to the club, he doesn't even allow me to sit in the club. He takes me to the office and then we talk business and all of that. So he's a very good friend of mine. One time I was there and he phoned me. He was like, he needs to talk to me. Like, he wants my advice. So I went there and was like, hey, bro, you know, I have this artist that I really want to put him on. He's really talented and all of that. I was like, who's that? He's like, hold on. Let me play some of his songs. So he started playing his songs. I was like, damn, man, this guy is good. I didn't know it was him then. And it was like, oh, that's Kwame. He was like, yo, you know, this guy, I was actually speaking about him with myself in my mind, saying that if I have what it takes, I'll put him on. And then, you know, he took me to links where Kwame Eugene was recording his songs and all of that. And Kwame Eugene saw me the first time. He's like, hey, General, boss, please, can you say, Howdy, General, in my song for me? And I was like, oh, come on, I got you. So I was the first artist, you know, out there for Kwame Eugene to do a feature with. So the Eternity song was recorded way back, you know, long time ago. And another songs that we also recorded, you know what I mean? And ever since, he's been a very good brother. I always root for him to win the Artist of the Year. And lo and behold, you know, it comes to pass. So anytime. Yesterday's show was actually supposed to be for him to perform. And obviously, I'm there, you know, to support him. Because when he's in New Jersey, I'm in New Jersey, obviously, why not? Because it's my G. I went there, it was like, oh, let's do the song to him. I said, yeah, why not? You know, so just like I said, you know, we just have to try and change the narrative, you know. In Ghana, it shouldn't be, oh, listen, if a Ghanaian artist beats Ghanaian artists outside, they should stop, you know, that. Come on.
Hey.
It's a common goal that we are pushing. At the end of the day, if Ghana music is out there, they don't say, oh, King Promise or King or Shatta or something. No. They say, Ghana. Have you heard that Ghanaian artist?
Yeah,
so
true.
Country first. So we can do our beef and stuff like that. But when we outside, we just have to try as much as possible to support. Do you know why? Because the Nigerians are doing it and they are doing it massively.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
and
so
we're not going to let them take our spot.
No, they're not supposed to. But it's all African music, though. But we are trying to be patriotic enough to, in the sense that we should be able to recognize our own, especially when we are on the same field, trying to, you know, with a common goal. You know, so we shouldn't be like, well, he's there and there. Whiskey is in Ghana, Burna Boy is in Ghana, they be cheating and all of that. You know what I'm saying? The show, Burna Boy was on it, Burna Boy did the show, Whiskey was on it. The video, let's go, guys. You know what I mean? We just few people, you know, so we got to be possible, you know, so we can take Ghana.
Could we expect the Enemy tour to continue? Because I know you guys were on the tour before the pandemic hit, going all over Europe.
That was me and Kwame Eugene, and
yeah,
Veros made that talk really happen, and it was beautiful. You know, at that time I was a bit skeptical. I was like, is the Eternity song, is it a hit yet? Can we go on tour with it? And Veros was like, oh yeah, of course we can go on tour. I think it's a hit song. So quickly we jumped in, and all the time from Italy to Germany to Holland, hey, and to Spain. Oh gosh, listen, it was history. And that time, Kwame was really happy. It was like, oh, wow, it's going good. It was really happy. So, yeah, definitely, obviously, I think we'll definitely do something together. Because I'll start the one tour very soon. I'll start.
Okay, exclusive drop. Yeah. Guys, get your money ready.
Hey, it's starting next week, actually. We're going to start from Atlanta, you know, and then from there, then I come to Ghana. It's because of the COVID protocols that is going on in Ghana. That's why I'm not there yet, you know. But,
makes sense.
You know, sort myself out here, you know, reach out to the fans that I've seen them in a very long time. And then when I'm done, I bring the full material, full package. I know my home is my home anyways, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. There's no place like home wherever you go. Yeah, now, talking of home, you've probably heard it playing in the background. We need to talk about this song, Crassy.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey. What? Listen, I need to see you with some UK artists quickly, faster, because this June 21st when they open back the clubs, I'm gonna say DJ play Crassy, let's pop it off.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, I'm going to leave this song in your hands. I need you to promote it in UK for me, please. You have to. You really have to promote that song in UK for me, okay?
Of course. Like, this will go off. I already know. Like, people just need to hear this and it's going to catch on. What makes you want to switch up the vibes and you know, jump on a UK wave?
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, my next album that's going to drop after, I have, like, crazy features, like, international features that I just want to surprise people, you know what I'm saying? I just want them to feel proud that I didn't leave
Yeah.
them. You know, I left some time to prepare myself. You know, so this album songs with dope top artists, features dope songs. Another one is gonna come very soon, you know what I mean? And that one too, they should really like. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm gonna be really sweet now and ask really nicely. Can you just give us like a little bit of a hint of what we can expect? Like, you know, maybe drop a little name of what's coming.
Definitely, you do the exclusive, so don't worry.
Okay.
I don't want the record label to be like, no, your contract is off. We told you. We told you not to tell.
Okay, that's fine. If it's legalities, we're gonna, you know, keep it nice and proper for business sake. But, you know, when the time comes, I want to get that first phone call because we need to know what's going on. I know you touched on it a little bit earlier. I'm kind of skated around the topic, but I'm just going to say it out there. Obviously, there was the whole Shatta and Stonebwoy, you know, beef, like you like to call it, at the Ghana Music Awards, and they were banned. Now, obviously, that period has passed. How do you think the Ghana music industry has moved past that? And how did you feel about it at the time and now as well?
Well, I always say, you know, showbiz is about show on the business side of it. You know, trying to create awareness or bring attention into a particular product. We have, you know, so many ways. We have, you know, controversies. You can actually create controversial stuff for people to be like, oh, what's that? Go into it. Provided there is business attached to it. So I have no problem with any sort of beef or what. The moment there is violence attached to it, that's where I've got a problem with it.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, trust me, we got a whole lot of people really following us. Sometimes I'll be driving in Ghana and you see this little girl come to Jupitar. I was like, hey, how did you know me? How did you know my name? I like your song. I like it. So imagine this little kid there who, you know, loves my song too much and then wakes up the following day, Jupitar shot someone, Jupitar stabbed someone. You know, he influenced. Like, okay, that's a cool thing to do. You know, so the controversies obviously is something to sell our product, which is the music, and to, you know, drive traffic on our pages and all that. You know, I mean, create a little bit of heat. You know, that
a little bit of a buzz.
You know what I'm saying? It helps the industry and all of that, but not to take it to a different level where people will be pulling out guns and knife and, you know, them stuff. Yeah. But anything same way, we still, you know, try to construct our industry. You know what I mean? Ghana music is still under construction, and no, eventually we definitely won't be there. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I have a few questions for you. These are just not very much music related, but just because I'm a little bit nosy and I want to know. So the first one is, what is your favorite Ghanaian food?
Do you like fufu?
Yes.
Is that your favorite?
No.
Okay, I love banku and tilapia.
Okay.
I love thinking. Listen, I'll die for banku. I'll die for banku. Oh gosh, I love it. So anytime I travel anywhere I am, I just make sure I'm next to African or a Ghanaian restaurant.
Someone nearby.
So I can't really leave on these chips and no sir. I mean, one local proper food, you know.
So it's either jerk chicken and rice and pea or banku.
I try most of it because, like I said, you know, most of my friends are Jamaicans, and anytime I try them food, it not go well, you know. You know?
Next one is, what's your favorite city or your favorite place in Ghana?
Oh, that's big. My favorite place. People say I'm an introvert and all of that. They will be surprised with this interview, you know.
No, you seem like so bubbly and fun. I love it.
Is I'm an introvert, but the thing is, I just love to stay indoors. Love to be around my family. You know what I mean? You know, you won't give me that much, so it's always studio and indoors. So you know, I don't really like that. I'll say, okay, I want to go. Aside from maybe D Black's place and Twist. Twist, you know Twist, yeah. Twist.
Yeah, of course. Who's your favorite Ghanaian footballer?
Oh, don't do this. my favorite Ghanaian footballer, you know, Michael posted my song, Enemies, Don't Cut My Way. You see me as Samaja most of the time. Larry Kingston is my G. Stephen Appiah is my father. Oh, don't do this. Come on. You know what? I love Black Star. That's it. But Black Star.
That's it. That's it. We're repping Black Stars all day, every day.
I got a lot.
I'll let you off with that one then, because I know it's quite a hard choice. So apart from yourself and Shatta, who's your favorite Ghanaian artist?
You got these questions like you.
Hey, I couldn't make them too easy.
Who's my favorite Ghanaian artist? Don't do that.
Okay, give me like maybe your top 5 to keep it fair.
I think I can try my best. My top 5 can be Shatta, Samini, Sarkodie, Medikal, and Yaa Pono and Tinny.
But I'm gonna ask this next question. What is your most embarrassing moment?
Hold on. I got a lot of it, honestly. Hold on.
Tell us the funniest one.
My worst embarrassing moment ever. It was with myself, Tinny, Shatta, and Trigmatic, and a couple of guys in the car. At that time, Glow signed Tinny, so they gave him a huge sum of money, and then and the Volvo car is a 7-seater. So we were in the car, and then Tinny was like, "No, I got to spread you people. I'm taking you guys out." So, cool, let's go. Because we always with him anyways. So we're in the car, driver was like, "Hey, Tinny Glue." Like, yeah, let's go. So he was like, any of you got? And one of us was like, yeah, we got it. Okay, so light up. He doesn't smoke at that. He doesn't smoke. You know, he doesn't smoke. Like, so we was in the car. We were like fully packed like sardine in the car because that time nobody's got money to buy a car. You know what I'm saying? So he's our father anyways. Yeah. So we'll be in the car and then we'll dancing. He's like smoke. Dancing and all of that, and then the police stop us. It's not stop us, Tinny, because he's very popular. They'd be like, "Hey, I'll let you," then they allow him to leave, But this time around, it was the military police that stopped him.
Okay, they don't play.
They pull him over. They are very big. Back.
Yeah.
and then the military police walked slowly to the car and then put his hand on his arm. Are you guys smoking? And Tinny was like, "Oh yeah, he thought, because
he could get away with it."
All of a sudden, big slap. Bye.
Oh my days! Yeah. He's have a history of getting slapped and stuff like that.
I ain't done yet.
It gets worse. I'm excited.
Tinny's way older than all of us, right? But he looks young, no 2 ways about it. So the policeman asked him, "Why not your opinion? Who is the oldest?" Tinny's supposed to say him. But out of the pain, he was like, it's Jupitar.
Threw you under the bus,
Oh. And there's a rapper in Ghana, he's called Trigmatic. He was sitting in the front. And then the policeman was, now we have to get down and everybody would chop their slap, So you get down one after the other, and you get your slap and then the handcuff and all of that. So Trigmatic was sitting in front with his hands like that, and he was so scared. And the policeman walked to him and said, "You look innocent. Why are you part of this?" But it's like, "Oh, say, apparently I was in the house." And while Trigmatic was speaking to the police, he wasn't looking at the police, He wasn't looking at the police, because like when I'm watching, I'm looking at you.
Like cross-eyed.
Yeah. So he's got a little cross-eye issue. So he was speaking to the police. Police was standing next to him, and he was looking that side. I was like, "Hey, I'm talking to you." But the police was like, "Hey." He said, "Sorry, can't you see this boy? I'm talking to you, looking somewhere else." And we're like, "Oh, so that's how his eyes is." So you know what? I was laughing at them, honestly speaking. So Tinny want to come at me, and before we leave the house, he gave me a jeans, a jeans to wear, because I didn't bring my. So he gave me a jeans to wear, And then when we got to the club, because I was laughing in the car, I was literally laughing. Because all of them, they were all crying, you know, big men, they were crying. Okay, so we got to the club, and then he gave me a jeans to wear, and I was standing, and he just want to come at me. And he called girls. Girls came around, you know, Tinny, hey, Tinny, can we take a picture? Can I take a picture? And do you know what he did? When the girls came around him, he hold all of the girls. He was like, oh, guys, go, come. And he called me Jupitar. And I was standing in front of him with the girls, and it was like, ah, is that the jeans that I gave you?
Oh! So, on top of getting slapped, you did your swag in front of the girls.
I'm telling you, it was like, oh, so you and me, we wear the same size. Oh, wow. Hey, that's my jeans. I give him that jeans right now. Listen, I couldn't go in the club. I couldn't go in that club. I couldn't go.
That is hilarious. Thank you for sharing. That's a good story. I can't wait to hear more of these. So just to wrap up, what else can we expect from you for the rest of this year, going into next year? Obviously, with lockdown across the world easing, what should we expect to see next from Jupitar?
Well, now, because of the lockdown and all that, we can't actually perform at certain places. You know what I mean? Because I've been doing a lot of performances here in US, but back home and even in UK and then Europe, you can't perform there. So, launched on the online business, which is, you know, the virtual shows and all of that, you know, and the virtual interview that we're doing right now, because people love it. That's the only way we can actually, you know, entertain the fans. You know, to the fans that are watching now, honestly speaking, we'll do our best as artists to entertain you guys. I'll do my best as an artist to entertain you guys. I'll give you guys every little information about the album, the next place I'm going to play my own show, the next available, what news that is in camp. I'll definitely online, you know what I mean? And I'll be coming online most often because I don't really do that, so I'll be coming live most often.
That's so exciting to hear. Guys, once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure you go stream The One on all DSPs now, Spotify Ghana, even Apple Music, Tidal, wherever you go to listen to your music, go and stream The One. We need to make sure it goes #1, not just in Ghana, but worldwide. Thank you so much for joining me and being so nice to me. This is actually my first time doing an interview like this, so thank you.
I got a lot of stories though, so next time call me and I'm gonna tell you a lot of it, okay?
Definitely, we have to do more of these because I need to hear these stories because I feel like I'm gonna be laughing the whole day.
I got so many stories about The One, so one of these is I'm gonna go for a live band rehearsal right now too, and then, you know, thanks so much for having me. You're the best so far. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, guys. Everyone that's here, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow Made in Ghana UK. Head over to Jupitar's page, follow him. Make sure to keep up with everything he's doing. My name is Abigail.DK. It's been lovely being here with you guys. I'm happy to have been able to bring this conversation to you. If you want to follow me, it's at Abigail_DK on all platforms. And I will see you guys